Greetings. In our discussion now, in this part of the discussion, we are shedding some light over some, not everything, some of the laws and the commands of the Lord that He said to the Israelis before entering the Holy Land, be careful about following my commands. So we are giving some light over some of His commands, not all of them. We're not going to read the Jewish book, the whole Jewish Christian book in this discussion. So during my scanning to the book, and going through it, I reached Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 21. And it says, show no pity, life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Now the Christians, so miserable in their ignorance, blaming the Muslims for some actions. Not all the Muslims. I'm not talking about the stupid terrorists from ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and similar fractions, but blaming all Muslims. In the Quran, in the Muslim Quran, Allah says, Al-aynu bil-ayn wa sinnu bil-sin. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The same words. The same law applies. What does this mean? The stupid West went against Iraq and Afghanistan in a stupid lie, miserable, rotten, stupid lie of fighting terrorism. And because of this terrorist who started this war, terrorism expanded in a huge manner. We are living under the nightmare of the terrorists because of that stupid man who launched a war against terrorism and lied about Iraq having weapons of mass destruction, ties of with Al-Qaeda, and such a rotten liar that 150,000 soldiers, it took 150,000 soldiers, American soldiers, to go to Iraq and discover that those are lies, stupid lies. He destroyed the world economy, that stupid jerk. So, now the American soldiers came to Iraq and Afghanistan. When the Iraqis start fighting back and kick the ass of the Americans out of Iraq, the first time, now they are back with a trick like a snake. The Americans complained, made them terrorists. Those Iraqi now who are invaded by 150,000 stupid American soldiers are terrorists. When the Israelis invaded Palestine, when the Palestinians started reacting, fighting back, after all the massacres the Israeli did, now the Palestinians are terrorists. This is the stupid West, how it looks at things. The Palestinians are terrorists, and the Israelis are saints, angels from heaven. In the eyes of the stupid and the rotten in the media in the West who are promoting this. No, the Israelis are the terrorists. The Americans are the terrorists. Those people who are fighting for their lives are survivors, humans. Those who are fighting back in Palestine or Iraq or Afghanistan are working according to the law of the Lord. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. They are not to be blamed. But those stupid Israelis who came from all over the world, invading Palestine, killing hundreds of thousands of the Palestinians, most of them children and women, innocent people, those are the terrorists. The Palestinians who are fighting back are working according to the law of the Lord of God of Israel and Allah of Islam. And just fight, fair, just. The Israelis have the best arsenal, Western arsenal from the US and the West, the best arms in the world, destructive. The Palestinians started with stones, and then a gun, and then a machine gun, and now recently rockets. But no match, not even close to what the Israelis have. And against the destruction, the massive destruction, and we witnessed Gaza a few days back, 2 years back. Very well. So no, dear stupid, who call the Palestinians by terrorists, or the Iraqi, or the Afghani, those who are fighting back for survival, those are not terrorists. They are freedom fighters. You are the terrorist. You and the Israelis who invaded their lands and killed their innocent people in hundreds of thousands. You are the miserable terrorists. The NATO, from the Europeans and the Americans, and the Israelis. So by law and by command from the God of Israel, the Jewish Christian God, and Allah of Islam, by law and command, you have to defend yourself. You have the right to defend yourself. And those stupid in the West who say Israel has the right to defend itself, they are rotten and stupid. No, Israel has no right to defend itself, because nobody called Israel from all over the world to invade Palestine and start this blood. Hundreds of thousands they killed in Palestine to rape the land and to colonize. They have no rights. Those rapists, murderers, if anybody commit a murder today, he will go to jail and then sentenced to death. So the only sentence and the only right they have, those Israelis and the American soldiers in Afghanistan, is to die. Very well. So we know now one of the laws and the commands of the Lord, God of Israel: a life, show no pity, show no pity. A life for a life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Complete details. Now, you come to the ignorant Christians who have now a new law. This is not what the God of Israel says. They say that Jesus said, if somebody slaps you on the right cheek, turn for him the other cheek. How Christians are applying this? Instead of turning the other cheek, some of the stupid terrorists, they say, according to their lies, maybe it's true, that 9 individuals from Al-Qaeda went against the World Trade Center in New York and destroyed 2 buildings, and maybe a couple of hundreds of innocent people, among them were Muslims. How did the Christians who ruled the West reacted? Did they turn the other cheek? Did they let go? No. 2 buildings caused the destructions of 2 countries, Iraq and Afghanistan. This is not turning the other cheek. This is the law of the stupid who say, if somebody slaps you on the right cheek, slap him on both cheeks, on the head, on the balls, under the belt, everywhere you can catch him, and destroy his life. And this stupid say, if you are not with us, you are against us. No, we are not with you, and we are not against you. We don't like your stupidity, and we can do nothing about it. So we will stand idle, just in between, the gray area, and it is our right to do it. rotten idiot. Take care.